Hey friends, today we are going to continue working on rounding. Rounding is when we estimate a number to the nearest 10 or 100. Now you can round a number to the nearest 10 or 100 and you can use a number line. For example, if we're trying to figure this problem out, the dance recital was 73 minutes long. To the nearest 10 minutes, about how long was the dance recital? So we can find 73, and we know that 73 is between 70 and 80. And so we ask ourselves, underline that 10, look next door. If it's 5 or greater, we'll go up. If it's 4 or less, we'll go down, which it is a 3, so we're going to round down to 70. Here's another real-world example. John is reading a book with 247 pages. To the nearest 10, about how many pages long is the book? So I know 247 is between 240 and 250. So I'm going to underline that 10th digit again, that 4, and I'm going to look next door. Okay, and that 7 tells us to round up to 250. And as you can see on the number line, 247 is closer to 250 than 240. Let's practice this example. A basket has 193 apples. To the nearest 100, about how many apples are in the basket? We're going to use those rounding rules to round to the nearest 100 now. So I know 193 is between 100 and 200. And I look at that 9, and that tells us to round up, okay? And so 193 is rounded to the nearest 200. Let's practice this one. Which is the greater number? 742 rounded to the nearest 100 or 718 rounded to the nearest 10? So let's go ahead and try that. 742, we're rounding to the nearest 100. So I underline that 100 and I look next door. I know 742 is between 700 and 800. And I know that that 4 tells us to round down to 700. Okay, and then 718 rounded to the nearest 10. So I'm going to underline that 10, look next door. And I know that 718 is between 710 and 720. And that 8 tells us to round up to 720. So the greater number when we're rounding is actually 718 when we're rounding it to the nearest 10. Isn't that interesting? All right, friends, let's continue practicing a little bit more tonight for homework. Keep working hard for me. Thanks, guys.